Hi students, welcome back to the video tutorial of business research method. In our previous video, we discussed the two important exploratory research methods. They are experience surveys and secondary data analysis. Now in this video, we can discuss the remaining methods. They are case analysis, pilot studies and focus group. So first we can discuss case study analysis or case analysis. Case analysis represents the third form of exploratory research. The purpose of case analysis is to review information from a few other situations that are similar to the present research problem, which means the researchers search past performance for solving present situation. So, a case study is based on an in-depth investigation of a single individual, group or event to explore a particular situation. Now we have a look on definition of case study. According to Yin, a case study as an empirical inquiry that investigate a contemporary phenomenon within its real life context, especially when the boundaries between phenomena and context are not clearly evident. So I repeat, according to Yin, a case study as an empirical inquiry that investigate a contemporary phenomenon within its real life context, especially when the boundaries between phenomenon and context are not clearly evident. So, a case study is the study of real life situation. In other words, a case study is a systematic inquiry into an event or a set of related events which aims to describe and explain the phenomena of interest. Now we can discuss the main purpose for conducting a case study method. Explanation, exploration, a description of a particular case with a related case is the main purpose or main reason for conducting case study. When a case study is conducted, the researcher should have a good knowledge of the phenomena, good listening skill, adaptability and flexibility. So these are all about the case study. Now moving to the next method, that is pilot study. So before explaining what is pilot study, just look this sentence, that is, do not take the risk, pilot test is first. So this is the main reason for conducting pilot study. While conducting pilot study, the researcher can eliminate so many risks. So a pilot study is a preliminary study conducting before the research in order to check the suitability. So we can discuss the definition of pilot study. Pilot study is a trial study carried out before a research design is finalized to assist in defining the research question or to test the feasibility, reliability and validity of the proposed study design. I repeat, pilot study is the trial study or preliminary study for finding out whether the study is adapted for particular problem or not. So this is the definition of pilot study. So we can say that a pilot study is a small study which is designed to gather information before a long study is conducted. So while conducting a pilot study, we can improve the quality of final study. Apart from this, we can say that while conducting pilot study, we get the information relating to deficiencies in the research. Now we can discuss the reason behind conducting a pilot study. So the first and main reason behind conducting pilot study is to assess the feasibility of the process. That means while conducting a pilot study, the researcher get information regarding the success of the project. Now next is to assess time and resource problem that occur during main study, whether the time and resource is allocated for conducting the research. Now the next reason for conducting pilot study is this study identify potential human and data management problem. Next is pilot study deals with the assessment of the response, effect and variance of the effect. So this is the main reason for conducting a pilot study. Now we can discuss the main advantages of conducting pilot study. While conducting pilot study, it permits preliminary testing of hypotheses that will lead to the testing of more precise hypothesis in the main study. Next is, while conducting pilot study, the researcher gets new ideas, approaches and clues. Then pilot study helps to save time and money. Next is, pilot study always provide the opportunity to evaluate usefulness of the data. While conducting pilot study, the researcher can reduce number of unanticipated problems. In pilot study, the researcher try to find out official number of alternatives and selecting the best alternative which will give greatest result. So students, hope you all get a good picture of pilot study. Now next we can discuss the concept that is focus group. It is another method for conducting exploratory research. So, a focus group is a widely used technique in exploratory research. It is conducted by a trained moderator in a non-structured and natural manner with a small group of respondents. Focus group usually involves 7 to 8 or 8 to 12 people who have been invited to participate in a session lasting from 1 to 3 hours. So, in focus group discussion, people share their perceptions, opinions, beliefs and attitudes towards a product, service, etc. Now next we can discuss the main purpose of conducting focus group discussion. The main purpose for conducting focus group discussion is to find solution to a particular problem, to get deeper understanding of quantitative data, to investigate group attitudes and beliefs, to generate ideas at the exploratory stage, to find out differences and similarities, to investigate complex ideas and behavior. So, I will repeat, the main purpose for conducting a focus group discussion are to find solution to a particular problem, to get a deeper understanding of quantitative data, to investigate group attitudes and beliefs, to generate ideas at the exploratory stage, to find out differences and similarities, to investigate complex ideas and behavior. So, I hope all you get the idea regarding what is the reason behind conducting a focus group. Now, we can discuss the steps for creating good focus group. So, the main steps are selection of participants, intimation to participants, fee and refreshment, location, facilitator, protocol, recorder and follow-up. Now, we can discuss each step in detail. So, as a first step, the participants are to be recruited to get a good focus group. The participants are selected on the basis of the aim of the focus group. Now, next is intimation to participants. The selected participants should get an intimation regarding focus group discussion. So, the intimation is done through letters. The letters will explain the purpose of the focus group. Next is fee and refreshment. Fee and refreshment should given to the participants for participating the discussion. Fee will depend upon so many factors, participants' effort, nature of discussion, etc. are the sum of the factor. So, adequate fee and adequate refreshment should given to the participants. Now, next step is selection of location. Location should be easily accessible. It should be in appropriate size. Now, next is facilitator. Focus group have one and sometimes more facilitators. The role of the facilitator is to direct the discussion, moderate the meeting and encourage all parties to participate. So, the role of facilitator is very important in a group, in a discussion. So, he is very much capable for doing the meeting. The success or failure of the meeting is largely depend upon the attitude, role, behavior of the facilitator. Now, next is protocol. It is essential to have a protocol for the session. Protocol is a list of important topics to be addressed in the discussion. So, facilitator should familiarize with the protocol. So we can say that protocol should provide the structure for a session. Now next is a recorder. There may be a recorder for recording all the aspects in the discussion. So for an ethical matter, participants in focus group should be informed about how the contents of the sessions are to be recorded. Now the last step is follow up. So it is very important to follow up with the participants after a focus group session. So these are all about steps followed in a focus group. Now moving on to the next topic, that is methods used in focus group. There are mainly two methods which is used in focus group discussion. They are online focus group discussion, video conferencing. Now first we can discuss online focus groups or focus group session via internet. So it is an emerging technique for exploratory research. Nowadays it is most effective and most frequently used technique. So email, websites, Usenet groups, internet chat rooms, etc. are mainly used in conducting online focus group discussion. Now next is video conferencing. So it is another method used for focus group discussion. It is also known as video teleconference. Video conferencing uses telecommunication of audios and videos to bring people at different sites together for a meeting. So it is very much useful in today's situation. People from distant places can opt this method for making the meeting. Now we can discuss the components of a video conference. Camera, TV or monitor, microphone and speaker are the main components of a video conferencing. Now we can discuss the main uses for conducting video conferencing. It is used in business field. It helps in conducting e-meeting. It is useful for chatting with friends. It is very effective in family talk. Now we can discuss the main advantages for conducting video conferencing. It can improve work quality, it reduces cost, it improves communication. Groups can meet more frequently with the help of this video conferencing. Critical meetings can be conducted in less time. More faculty and staff can be involved while using this method. Now the main disadvantages are, it is difficult to see and hear people who are not close to the microphone or camera. Thus, difficult to have multiple people at one side. Lack of personal interaction during the video conference is another limitation. Body language can be lost if movement is jerky or picture quality is reduced. Some people are naturally camera shy, so they does not adopt this method for group discussion. So these are the main disadvantages. Now we can discuss the types of focus groups. There are mainly 8 types of focus groups. So we can discuss each in detail. First type is two-way focus group. In this, one focus group watches another focus group and discuss the observed information and conclusion. I repeat, in two-way focus group, one focus group watches another focus group and to discuss the observed interaction and conclusion. Now the next is dual moderator focus group. Here two moderators are there. One moderator ensures the session's progress and another ensures that all topics are covered. Next is dwelling moderator focus group. Here two moderators take opposite position on the issue under discussion. Next is respondents moderator focus group. In this, one of the respondents act as the moderator temporarily and lead the meeting. Next is other participants focus groups. This is also known as client participant focus group. Here one or more of the client representative participate in the discussion. Next is mini focus group. As the name indicates, it is a small focus group. That means focus group of 4 to 5 members instead of 6 to 12 members. Next is teleconferencing focus group. It is the next and important type of focus group. It is done through telephone network. Now the next and last one is online focus group. Here internet is used for conducting discussion. So these are the main types of focus group. I repeat, there are mainly two-way focus groups, dual moderator focus group, dwelling moderator focus group, respondent moderator focus group, other participants focus groups, mini focus groups, teleconference focus group and online focus group. Now we can discuss the main advantages and disadvantages of focus group. So first we can discuss the advantages of conducting focus group. So the first one is, it is very easy to set up a focus group discussion. Focus group discussion is fast and relatively inexpensive. Next is, free and open discussion among the respondents is possible in this focus group discussion, which result in generation of new ideas that can be very useful for decision making. Next is, expression other than those in verbal form, such as gestures and stimulated activities can provide researcher with a useful insight. That means in focus group discussion there are expression other than in verbal forms are there, such as gestures and stimulation, which will also lead to making better and quicker decision making. Next is, detailed information about personal and group feelings, perceptions and opinion can be obtained in focus group discussion. A focus group is not static and very flexible. So the moderator can bring any changes according to the circumstances. Next is, focus group helps to capture real life data in a social environment. So these are the main advantages of conducting focus group discussion. Now next is limitations of focus group discussion. The main problem while conducting focus group discussion are, it is very difficulty in assembling groups. Next is, capturing major issues can be difficult in the case of focus group discussion. There will be increase in time and cost if in case of more than one language is used. There is difficulty in information management and review, particularly if tape recorders are used. Next limitation is difficulty in analyzing data. Next is, focus groups can vary and may deviate from actual topics. That means sometimes focus group can vary and may deviate from actual topic. So we cannot get the actual result. Then next is, sometimes respondents are not ready to share some sensitive ideas. So we cannot get actual or clear picture regarding the discussion. Due to small sample size and heterogeneity of individual, the findings may not adequate to make a conclusion. So these are the main disadvantages or limitation of focus group discussion. So students, now we can discuss some important questions which is related in this area. They are: explain about case study analysis, explain the main advantage of pilot study, what are the merits and limitations of focus groups, explain the steps involved in focus group discussion, and explain about video conferencing. So try to solve this question. Okay students, now we can wind up today's session. See you in the next class. Thank you.